All right, let's dive right into some Eco Fighters here. I've been on a pretty big kick with these Capcom arcade shoot-'em-ups lately, and this one's no exception. I've been really loving this one. I'm going to let this opening cutscene play out here. It's short and sweet per usual, and yeah, this one's just fantastic. It's got more of like a twin-stick approach, and this one's a little bit later on, down the line for Capcom's arcade stuff. And yeah, I've just been having a blast with this one. Love the presentation and the theme and everything, and love that the gameplay is just like a little bit different from a lot of the other ones. So yeah, I think we're going to discover our ship here and just get right into the action, and I'm going to do what I've been doing with all these videos here, pump a digital dollar into the machine, and just get right into the action. So here we go, 4 quarters, and let's see how far we can get. This one seems to be, I don't want to say on the easier side, because I'm sure I'm going to jinx it, but you can like charge up, and then you can keep shooting even when you're charging, but when you release it, you kind of fire this, Mega Blast, and then you got your twin stick approach where you can like use, I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch here, so you can use the right stick, is how I have it mapped, or by default, it actually uses like the left and right shoulder buttons and the right stick, but I had to like remap, I guess, the shoot button so that I could use the right stick. Otherwise, there's really no way you can press the, one of the face buttons and, manipulate this aiming mechanism at the same exact time with the right stick. So, yeah, we'll see how far I can get here. I haven't played a ton of this one, but every time I fire it up, I'm just like, man, I love this game. I know when you collect these gems, you can kind of upgrade your arms here. So I'm on, level 2 now. Let's see, I just got some kind of secondary ability. The V, I usually accidentally pick up the B, which is like, drop some bombs. And you don't really have to use the twin stick aiming a ton, at least not in these early levels, but I'm sure as we progress a little bit further on. And actually, it looks like you can block some of these projectiles with your like arm cannon while it's charged up as well, which is awesome. Because I'm pretty sure it's one-hit death in this, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, shit. And there's tons of different, even, like, arm abilities. Like, one of them's like a laser beam. One of them's like a, almost like a giant, like, wrecking ball or like a mace or something like that. Bullets are a little bit easier to see in this one than they are in some of the earlier Capcom titles, although they still blend into the background a little bit. But at least they give you the bright, like, blue and orange neon flashing. I prefer like the pink and purple neon because it always just stands out, significantly more over the backgrounds. But all right, one stage down without having to use an extra quarter yet. And I think we actually get 3 ships per quarter. I'm looking at the top left of the screen here. And I love this, like, I don't know, this guy reminds me of Dr. Wily a little bit here. More than a little bit. But maybe it's some kind of alternate universe Dr. Wily, who knows. I'm sure it's not, but yeah, just love the enemy designs here, although I kind of feel bad blowing away these turtles here. But even just like, yeah, here we go. Got the kind of wrecking ball mace situation, and I do really like this one. Got to clean up the oil slick. Again, I love the theming here with this game. Not really using my twin stick aiming here at all. But there's no bombs in this game, like other than the bombs I mentioned before that you can like pick up and like use as like a, it would just be shooting bombs right now as I hold down the fire button. Like it's not a, like a clear screen bomb type situation, which a lot of these shoot 'em ups have. Okay, I don't actually love this giant mace thing, so let's switch it up. I think this might be what I had. No, this seems a little different. Got like a giant swirling projectile around my arm cannon. Don't mind if I do. Okay, I can fire it out like kind of like a, not a boomerang, but it almost, because it doesn't come back to me, but it almost like the way it like spins around. Maybe it does come back to you, but it just, if it doesn't hit anything. But it seems like if it does enough damage or takes enough damage, I guess, either way. Oh shit, come on. Cheap shot. Okay, let's go for this. Oh no, it's the same thing I have. I was gonna say, let's mix it up. Maybe there's only 3. I think there's 4 different weapons you can get. So it's like kind of like a spread shot, and then this boomerang sort of situation. I guess it's more like a frisbee than a boomerang. But even just little touches of like how you like splash in and out of the water. This game is just loaded with charm and polish. Alright, I still don't know what the V does. Still love that these games have the slowdown, even in the arcade versions. I think this game actually only was ever out in the arcades. I don't think it ever had like a console port, apart from like being maybe included in other various collections over the years. Alright, now we got a pirate ship battle in the sky. This is actually about as far as I've made it in this game. I don't think I've even beaten this boss on my, you know, virtual dollar. But I haven't even used a second quarter yet. I'm on my last ship, and I'm sure I'm about to jinx it. So this thing seems like it has like a little bit of a homing sensibility, this boomerang thing or frisbee attack. Because it seems to seek out, you know, certain elements of this ship. Yeah, see, it's like clearly, like I shot it kind of straight down, and it's like hooking away towards the, you know, turrets that are left over. Shit! See you later. God, I love that slowdown. Even though it can kind of mess you up. I've said that in all these videos, like, oh no! Speaking of messing you up, although I'm not going to use that as an excuse here, and I love this, like, comic strip, you know, continue screen. I'm not going to let it play out all the way. But, don't want to cut it too close, but alright, on our second quarter here, and I think we're on the second stage boss. I gotta think that's what this is here. Maybe some kind of mid-boss. But yeah, this is exactly as far as I've made it, because I remember firing away at these wrecking balls and thinking, oh, this is kind of cool. Okay, let's take out these little turrets here. I might want to get rid of this boomerang. Let's just go. Oh, shit, I wanted to go back to the normal. Alright, this will, I guess, have to do for now. See you later. There we go. Nope. Doesn't seem to have any firepower left over. Or maybe I did beat this boss, because I remember seeing this, or this gem, and thinking that was a cool twist. No! Oh my god, I can't believe I'm wasting 2 credits on this one boss. Okay, I gotta get a different power up here. I did not particularly like this. There we go. Here we go. I knew we had one more. This is my favorite, although it's just basically constantly firing. You don't even have to hold down the fire button. And you just basically can twist this laser arm, although I'm maxed out with the power. I've never seen it this powered up. And up until this time, I haven't had like the controls mapped to the right stick, or to where I had like the fire button mapped to a different button. So this is working perfect. Man, I racked up some points there. At least it seemed like it, based on the sound effects there. All right, stage 3. I guess on our third quarter. Got one more credit left. And I guess I've made it to this stage, but this is about exactly as far as I've made it, because I do remember taking down that boss. Yeah, when I like spin this thing around, it has even more range. That's crazy. But obviously the fire is a little more concentrated if I just keep it in one spot. Seems like it does more damage that way. Oh, there we go. Max power. Let's get all the way maxed. I think that's what these gems do. Or maybe when you get 20, that's when a new power-up appears. I don't know. Okay, now we got the bomb. So I do have to hold down the fire button to shoot these bombs. But that's going to be helpful. I can kind of rain some projectiles down. Not all that frequently, but from above. I think I'm just fully maxed out on power. It doesn't seem like it's letting me pick anything up. Unless I just whiffed on some of those there. Shit. Oh, baby. Even this looks a little familiar, so maybe I've made it further in this game than I realized. I know I haven't beaten this stage, though. Who knows? Maybe I'll speak too soon. Maybe I have. Oh, shit. Damn it. Okay. Let's go. Okay, still the laser. Dang it. Kind of wanted to go back to the main weapon. Not that the laser's bad. I definitely like this weapon a lot. You just have to get a little more up close and personal to do the damage you want to do, and it can be a little bit risky. So yeah, let's see if we can switch it up here. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. No! Damn it. Cheap shot. I don't want to take a chance of grabbing the wrong thing. Just going to keep what I got. Just want to try to power it back up to max if I can. Seemed like I had a little bit more power than this before. Is that what I have? I think it is. Oh, yeah, it is. There it is. Oh, shit. I need to get maxed out again. I thought it was these gems that leveled up your arm, but I think it just causes it to drop another arm. I'm not 100% sure how that all works. Oh my god, how am I dodging that? Well, not anymore. All right, last credit. Here we go. Let's see how far this can take us. All right, I'm maxed out again. Let's get the... Ah, shit. Not what I wanted. That'll work. Oh, man, the pixel art on this is awesome. That rotation effect. Or not effect, it's just the pixel art, but that is just so cool. Oh, the gem's up top. Got to take this thing out. I think you just got to take out the gem. If you can take that out, it's game over. So when that thing pops out, got to start gunning for this sucker. Oh, shit. No, cheap shot. That was on me. Damn it. Oh, shit. Nope. Come on, man. No. Damn it. Oh, shit. This is the last thing that I wanted right now. Oh, but I got it. Yes. So at least get a little taste of another stage here. But down to my absolute last life. So we'll see what stage 4 has to offer here. Love how this just racks them up. Doesn't seem like there's like a button you can hold down to make it go faster, so we'll just let it roll out. We got a little Wild West action. I guess no. Okay, I was gonna say the grassy plains. No, it turns into deserts. There we go. All right. Probably won't get too far here, but we'll see. Oh, that's cool if I'm just gonna have to chase this thing down, get a couple pot shots in on the boss there. Love little touches like that in some of these games. Makes the game feel like you're on more of an adventure than when you're just like, you know, get to the end, fight a boss, do the, you know, rinse, repeat. Just little touches like that, little flourishes that go such a long way. Not to mention the just like amazing pixel art in this game and music and presentation. Just everything about this game I am in love with. Shit. Difficulty's like spot on. It's not too challenging. I'm sure if you get a little further into the game, I'm sure things will get, you know, dicier. And maybe this isn't even the final boss here. Looks like I'm just chasing it back down again. But still, just like that adds such a layer of personality to the game as opposed to just, yeah, like I said, rinse, repeat. Beat the level, beat the boss, do it all over again. Okay, laser, let's max it up. So yeah, you do just have to grab the power-ups again to boost it up. Oh, come on. Oh my god. No bombs. Oh shit. Oh, I can't believe I took that out. Oh, just in time to lose all my credits. Dang it. Oh, this game is so fantastic though. Yeah, Eco Fighters is just so easy to recommend. I absolutely love this one. It's got a great sense of humor even. But yeah, I guess we'll just enter my name into the credits here. And yeah, I'll wrap things up there. And like I said before, and a million times, I'm always a broken record at the end of these, but Eco Fighters is just one of the easiest games to recommend if you like a good shoot 'em up, and especially if you like one with a little bit of a twist. I like that this one's like throwing something a little bit different into the mix, but oh man, I just absolutely love this game, and I'm really loving checking out all these games in the Capcom Arcade Stadium collections. Volume 2 doesn't have quite as many shoot 'em ups, only a handful, but Volume 1 is just jam-packed, and there's tons of great games of all genres, shapes and sizes in both collections, so easy to recommend, but I'm going to wrap it up there before I totally become a broken record here, and yeah, this game's just fantastic stuff.